You have super big visions for your life, and deep down, you know you can achieve them. But somehow, life hasn't been matching up with this so far. You've been doubting yourself, you caught yourself procrastinating, and you kind of feel like the old version of you is holding you back. But now, you want to make this your year. The year in which you overcome self-doubt and procrastination, make the change, and finally go after the life you want to live. If this is you, then this video is for you. Hi and welcome to the Becoming Me show. My name is Katrin and I'm the founder of Becoming Me, which is a self-coaching app and community. In this show, you will get effective wisdom and practical tips that will help you to create the life you keep imagining by becoming a new version of yourself and taking aligned effective action to get there. Now, you are probably here because you want to achieve a big, meaningful, purposeful goal that so far you haven't been achieving. And don't worry, because I've been there and all of us have been there. The question is, why is this happening? Because so often we set a goal, we get super excited about it, we put in effort and time and action and take steps towards the goal. And then after a while, it's getting harder, it's kind of fading out. And then what can happen is that our 2024 goal gets pushed into the next year and it becomes our 2025 goal. So what is going on here? In order to answer this question, we have to ask ourselves, how are we creating our lives? And in order to answer this question, I want to take you on a quick journey through 3 scientific fields. So you understand what's actually going on underneath the surface and you know how you are creating your life on a day-to-day basis. So let's get into it. The first stop of our journey is the field of psychology. And I want to start by asking you a question. Who do you think is deciding what action you take? And I know this may be a weird question, but give it a few moments to think about this. And I can already hear you saying, well, of course, I decide what action I take. And you're right to a certain degree. Because here's the kicker. 95% of the action you take is determined by your subconscious program. Now, what is your subconscious program? Your subconscious program are all the memories you have. It's your identity, it's your deep-rooted beliefs, emotions, and habits, and all the experiences you had along your life and how you made sense of them. All of this is stored in your subconscious program. And now your subconscious program is guiding your life 95% of the time. And this can be positive and negative. On the positive side, your subconscious program is saving you a lot of time and energy because it helps you to do many things on autopilot. It starts by getting up in the morning, brushing your teeth, making your breakfast, going to work. These are all things that you don't have to think about because you do them as a habit on autopilot. And it's your subconscious program that's guiding you. And also how you do certain tasks at work, how you respond to people, and how you make certain decisions. All of this you don't have to think consciously about and invest time and energy to do these things or make these decisions. So this is why your subconscious program is a major help. On the other hand, your subconscious program can also be a problem sometimes. Because let's imagine your subconscious program is programmed on this level. And now you want to achieve a new goal that's on this level. What your subconscious program does is to keep you in the level you know. And this is first, because you have to take new action that you're not used to. So it's not in your subconscious program and you're not being guided by autopilot, which means all the new action you need to take in order to get to this new level, you have to take consciously again and again and again, which takes time and effort. And secondly, if you want to go to this new level, what your subconscious program does is it tries to protect you and it tries to keep you safe. So whenever you do a little movement towards your goal, what your subconscious program is doing is pulling you back. Because this is the level where you're safe and the level that you know. So whenever you have a new goal and your subconscious program is not in alignment with this goal, this is why you doubt yourself, why you procrastinate, and why you feel like your old self is holding you back. I bet through this first field, you already got new realizations about how you're actually creating your life on a day-to-day basis. So let's get into our next field, neuroscience. Neuroscience is the science of how your brain and nervous system function. And in neuroscience, there's one central saying, which is nerve cells that fire together, wire together. And this means every time you have a thought, 2 or more nerve cells in your brain connect with each other. And the more you keep repeating this thought, the bigger this cluster of nerve cells in your brain becomes. And then, in moments when you're not consciously thinking, what your brain does is to go to these big clusters of nerve cells that you've been training for such a long while. So when you're not doing anything, sitting on the couch, scrolling social media, you suddenly get these intrusive thoughts of like, this goal is way too big for me. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I have the skills and experience it takes to get there. Other people are so much better than me. Why do I even try? This is how you go from having no negative thought at all to then going into this downward spiral of negative thoughts that then hold you back from taking action towards your goal. And all of this is initiated by these major nerve cell connections in your brain that you've been training for such a long while. Now, there was a super interesting study done about the effects that our thoughts have on our brain. This study was about people trying to learn the piano. There was one group that played the piano in physical reality, so they used their fingers to play the piano. Then there was another group that only visualized, so they never touched the piano, they only imagined in their mind how they would play the notes on the piano. And then thirdly, there was a control group that didn't do anything. Every day, the scientists took brain scan of the three groups. So the people practicing on the piano, the people visualizing in their mind, and the control group. And what turned out is that the group who practiced in physical reality and the group who only visualized in their mind had the same areas light up in their brain. What this shows is that when we visualize or imagine or think about something, our brain is active the same way as if we would do this thing in physical reality. This shows how powerful our thoughts are to change the connections of the nerve cells in our brain. Now, let's get into our final field, which is quantum physics. Quantum physics is the study of the tiniest particles in the universe. And you know that everything in this universe consists of molecules, which consist of atoms. And when you break atoms down to the tiniest particles, then you'll find quantum particles. And these quantum particles can act in many crazy ways. But today, I only want to show you one major way in which these quantum particles behave in crazy ways. So, these quantum particles can be an energy wave and a matter particle at the same time. And the effect of observing turns this energy wave into a matter particle. So there were several scientific studies done where a scientist observed an experiment. And just the fact of the scientist observing the experiment had a different outcome on the experiment. This is called the observer effect, that when you observe an energy wave, it turns into a matter particle. Now, what does this mean for you? How are you interacting with these quantum particles? How we as humans apply the observer effect is with our conscious awareness. And this means with our thoughts and our emotions. So when you focus on a potential and you focus your thoughts and emotions on this energy potential, then you turn this energy wave over time with your thoughts and emotions into matter particles and make it your day-to-day reality. And here I have another super interesting study for you that visualizes the effect of your thoughts and emotions. There were people who were holding petri dishes with DNA inside. The first group in the study had to hold the intention to wind or unwind the DNA. So this means to close or to open the DNA string. The second group should practice elevated emotions. So love, gratitude, fun, and really feel these emotions inside their bodies. The third group should combine these intentions to wind or unwind the DNA with these elevated emotions. And then there was the fourth group, the control group, that didn't do anything. Now, the results showed that for the first group with the intentions and the second group with the elevated emotions, nothing changed. Same as with the control group. But a significant change in winding or unwinding DNA had the group that had the intention to wind or unwind combined with the elevated emotion. What this shows is that your intentions combined with your emotions are super powerful. So when you hold a clear intention with an elevated emotion, this is how you collapse an energy wave into a matter particle. And this is how you interact with the quantum field and can create the life you want to live. Now you've gone through the whole journey of 3 scientific fields to understand what's actually going on underneath the surface and how you are creating your life on a day-to-day basis. You probably have many new realizations about how you're actually creating your life, but still you might be wondering, why did I take you through psychology, neuroscience, and quantum physics? All of these 3 scientific fields have one major message, and this is that who you are being creates your reality. Now, what does this mean for the big meaningful goal that you want to achieve? It means that there is a new and more effective way to create your life. Because typically how we create our life looks like this. We set a goal and then we take action again and again, and we get super busy. We put in a lot of time and effort in order to achieve our goal. And then in the end, often we don't even achieve it. But based on the 3 scientific fields that you just saw, there's a new and more effective way to achieve your goals and to create the life you want to live. And this new way is to achieve your goals and to create the life you want to live by becoming a new version of yourself and taking aligned, effective action. So here is how this way looks like. First, you need a super clear vision of the life you want to live. Because if you don't know where you're going and what life you want to create, you're running around busy, taking different action that's maybe not even getting you to creating this life. So first is super clear vision of your desired life. Step number 2 is to identify your next level self. That's the version of you who's living the life you want to live. And then you focus on becoming this exact version of yourself. Because when you become this version of yourself, you reprogram your subconscious mind to match this life, which means taking action towards this life becomes much more easy and effective. Furthermore, you literally physically change your brain because you let go of old nerve cell connections that no longer serve you, and you create new connections of nerve cells in your brain that will then help you to think and act in the way that's helping you to create the life you want to live. And lastly, you will have the clear intention and the elevated emotion, which will help you to take the life vision you have, the life that exists as energy potential, and turn it with your thoughts and emotions into matter and make it your day-to-day reality. And step number 3 is to take aligned, effective action. This means you focus on the action steps that are most effective in getting you towards the life you want to create. And because you are this new version of yourself with a new subconscious program, a changed brain and nervous system, and with the right intentions and elevated emotions, it's so much easier and more effective to take this action and to create the life you want to live. And with this, you have it, your new and more effective way to create the life you want to live. So that you're no longer held back by self-doubt, procrastination, and your old self, but that you make this your year in which you overcome your limitations and step out of this old and outdated version of yourself and your life and into a more empowered version of yourself, and finally go after the life that you really want to live. I hope you got amazing value and realizations out of this video, and that now you understand how you're actually creating your life. If you want to have effective wisdom and practical tips on how to design your life vision, how to really identify your next level self and how to become it, and how to take aligned, effective action to turn your vision into reality, then subscribe to Becoming Me now, and then you'll catch all the next videos in which you will learn exactly this. And also, if you have a friend or a family member or coworker who has a big meaningful goal, then please share this video with them. Because then they also understand how they are actually creating their reality, and they can adopt this new and more effective way to actually achieve their goal this year. I will also link the next video above so you can go straight into designing your most fulfilled and purposeful life. I'm super excited to welcome you to the Becoming Me community. And also, if you want to, comment below what your goal is, what you can help others with, and what you want help with. Because my goal with the show is also to build a community of amazing, driven, and kind people who want to do this journey together, support each other, and cheer each other on along the way. So if you want to be part of this amazing community, then comment below what your goal is, what you can help others with, and what you want help with. And I'm super excited to connect with all of you. I'm going to see you in the next video in which we're going to design your most fulfilled, successful, and purposeful life. And now, have an amazing day.